Welcome back to our channel, where history comes to life one coin at a time. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of post-war European currency to explore the story behind a small but mighty piece of metal, the 1989 5 Pfennig coin from Germany. It may seem simple at first glance, but this modest coin holds within it decades of history, economic transitions, political symbolism, and a connection to one of Europe's most dramatic historical chapters, the fall of the Berlin Wall and the reunification of Germany. So sit back and join us on a journey through history, politics, economics, and numismatics. Chapter 1, The Origins of the Pfennig. 045 to 5 o'clock. The term Pfennig dates back over 1,000 years to the early Middle Ages. It's derived from the Latin word denarius, which itself evolved into Pfennig in Old High German. Historically, the Pfennig was Germany's smallest denomination, similar to the penny in English-speaking countries. In fact, the English penny and the German Pfennig share etymological roots. The Pfennig was widely used in various German states for centuries, even before German unification in 1871. After the unification of the German Empire under Otto von Bismarck, the mark and Pfennig system was adopted officially in 1873. 1 mark was equal to 100 Pfennig. This decimal system made trade easier and was part of Germany's effort to modernize and unify its economy during the German Empire, the Weimar Republic, the Nazi era, and post-war reconstruction. The Pfennig continued to be used, though its physical design and value evolved with each political change. Chapter 2, West Germany and the Deutsche Mark, 5 Dian至10 Dian. After World War II, Germany was divided into East and West. The Soviet-occupied East Germany adopted the East German Mark, der DDR, while the Western Allied occupied zones, later forming the Federal Republic of Germany, West Germany, introduced a new currency, the Deutsche Mark DM, in 1948. The 5 Pfennig coin, as part of this new currency system, was minted under the authority of the Bank Deutscher Länder, which later became the Bundesbank in 1957. The Deutsche Mark quickly became a symbol of West Germany's economic recovery, often referred to as the Wirtschaftswunder, or economic miracle. The Pfennig coins came in denominations of 1, 2, 5, 10, and 50. Each coin played a practical role in daily life, and millions were circulated across West Germany. Chapter 3, The Design of the 1989 5 Pfennig coin. 10 to 1700 hours. Now, let's zoom in on the 1989 5 Pfennig coin specifically. The design of the coin had remained relatively unchanged since its reintroduction in the post-war period. Here's what makes this coin so special. The obverse front. The front of the coin features a simple yet symbolic design. It shows a stylized oak seedling, a powerful emblem of rebirth, regeneration, and strength. The oak tree is deeply rooted in German culture and history, representing endurance and national identity. The oak sprouting from the soil symbolizes the rebirth of the German state after the devastation of World War II. The image is encircled by the words Bundesrepublik Deutschland, meaning Federal Republic of Germany, and the year of minting 1989. Reverse back. The reverse shows the denomination 5, flanked by 2 stylized ears of rye. Below it is the word Pfennig. This design is minimal yet functional, making it easy to identify. Mint mark. To the top of the 5, there is a mint mark, a single letter denoting where the coin was produced. In 1989, the 5 Pfennig coins were minted in several locations, each with a different mark, a Berlin, Munich, F, Stuttgart, G, Karlsruhe, J, Hamburg. These mint marks are crucial for collectors, as some mints produced far fewer coins than others. Metal composition and specifications. The 1989 5 Pfennig coin was made of brass-plated steel, giving it a golden appearance despite its low face value. Weight, 2.0 grams. Diameter, 17.5 mm edge. Smooth plane. Chapter 4, 1989, a pivotal year in German history. 1700-25-00. Now, let's look at why 1989 was such a significant year, not just for the coin, but for the nation itself. In 1989, East Germany was in turmoil. Years of economic stagnation, political repression, and rising unrest had reached a breaking point. Throughout the Eastern Bloc, reforms and revolutions were sweeping away communist regimes. On November 9, 1989, the Berlin Wall fell, marking the beginning of the end for East Germany and the division of Europe. This event symbolized the collapse of communism and paved the way for the reunification of Germany in 1990. So, while the 5 Pfennig coin minted in 1989 seems like a common currency piece, it's actually one of the last coins issued during the divided Germany era. By the following year, East and West Germany would be on the path to becoming one unified nation again. The 1989 5 Pfennig coin is, in a sense, a witness to history, one that circulated in people's pockets during one of the most transformative years in modern European history. Chapter 5, Circulation and Economic Role 250030. 00 The 5 Pfennig coin served a very practical role in the German economy. Though it was a small denomination, it was widely used in everyday transactions, buying bread, paying bus fares, and making change in markets. At its time, 5 Pfennig was equivalent to 1/20th of a Deutsche Mark, which had high purchasing power. For comparison, in the late 1980s, a loaf of bread might cost between 1 and 2 Deutsche Marks, meaning the 5 Pfennig still had real, usable value. Tens of millions of these coins were in circulation by the late 1980s, making it one of the most recognizable coins in West Germany. Chapter 6, Reunification and the End of the Pfennig 30-00-35-0. Following the fall of the Berlin Wall, East and West Germany officially reunited on October 3, 1990. The East German Mark der DDR was replaced by the Deutsche Mark, and soon the coins including the 5 Pfennig began circulating throughout a newly unified Germany. However, the days of the Pfennig were numbered. In 1999, Germany joined the Eurozone, and by January 1, 2002, the Deutsche Mark and its subdivision, the Pfennig, were officially retired and replaced by the Euro, Yuan, and Euro cent coins. Thus, the Wu Pfennig coin, including the 1989 issue, ceased to be legal tender, but its historical significance grew even stronger. Chapter 7, Collector's Value and Rarity 35003800. So, is the 1989 5 Pfennig coin valuable today? In general, these coins are common. Millions were minted in 1989 across the 5 major German mints. For that reason, most 1989 Wu Pfennig coins have low market value, typically worth between 0.10 美元 and 1.00 美元 USD in circulated condition. However, certain mint marks, such as G or J, may have slightly lower mintages and are marginally more sought after. Uncirculated UNC or mint state MS coins, especially those graded by reputable services, can command higher prices, sometimes up to $5 to $10 USD. Proof versions, if available, are much rarer and could fetch more from specialized collectors. Even though it's not a rare coin, it holds historical significance that many collectors appreciate, especially given its connection to 1989, a watershed year in world history. Chapter 8, Final Thoughts. Why the 1989 5 Pfennig coin matters. 38004000. To some, the 1989 5 Pfennig coin is just a small piece of metal. But to the historian or numismatist, it's a time capsule. It represents the legacy of German coinage over a millennium, the post-war recovery and economic miracle of West Germany, a year that marked the fall of barriers, literal and ideological, a symbol of everyday life in a changing world. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a student of history, or someone with a curious mind, the 1989 5 Pfennig coin offers a fascinating glimpse into one of the most important transitions of the 20th century. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history, give us a thumbs up, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories from the fascinating world of coins. What coin should we explore next?
Warm hook. Introducing the significance of quarters in everyday life. Brief mention, the Hawaii quarter as the final coin in the 50-state series, capturing powerful history and symbolism. Point 2. The 50-state quarters program launched in 1999 to celebrate each state. Hawaii's quarter was the 50th and final release, issued November 3, 2008. Symbolic of an era wrapping up, a decade of commemorating state pride. Point 3. Obverse design, Washington's profile standard across the series, George Washington's left-facing portrait originally by John Flanagan, 1932, for the 50-state quarters. The design was slightly altered by William Cousins to make space for state designs. Inscriptions, United States of America, Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, $4. Reverse design, Kamehameha I and Island Unity features King Kamehameha I stretching his right arm toward the 8 major Hawaiian islands, holding a staff with his left. He is the unifier of the Hawaiian Islands under one kingdom, symbolism of unity and leadership. 5. State motto, Ue mau ku ia o ka ina I ka pono Hawaiian, the life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness. First spoken by King Kamehameha III on July 31, 1843, when sovereignty was restored after British interruption. Adopted as the state motto in 1959. Linguistic depth, Ea can mean life or sovereignty, Ina means land or that which feeds, Pono embodies righteousness, justice, order. It's featured in Hawaiian seals and widely used in cultural and sovereignty contexts. Point 6. E pluribus unum, a unifying national motto. Latin for, out of many, one. It reflects the coming together of individual states into one nation, first appeared on U.S. coinage in the late 18th century, became codified in the Coinage Act of 1873. Appears on all current U.S. coins, including this quarter, reinforcing unity under diversity. Point 7. Issuance and mintage stats released November 3, 2008. Mintage, 263.6 million from Denver, D, and 254 million from Philadelphia, P. Available in both clad circulation and special silver proof sets. It was the final coin of the program, making it especially memorable. Point 8. Broader historical and cultural context. Kamehameha I's legacy, unification, law of the splintered paddle, protection of the vulnerable. Hawaii's statehood, 50th state, August 21, 1959, echoing independence and addition to the Union. The motto's journey from monarchy to statehood highlights cultural endurance. Compare themes of many to one across national and Hawaiian contexts, unity via e pluribus unum, land preserved via ua mau kui ainai. Relevance today and collector insight. The quarter as everyday art and educational tool, encourages viewers to think about sovereignty, cultural heritage, unity, and identity. Collector's perspective, common but meaningful, holds symbolic value. Silver proof editions are more valuable. 10. Outro. Reiterate the dual messages, national unity and Hawaiian identity. Encourage subscribing for more coin histories. Why everyday objects are powerful storybearers. Leave with a thoughtful image. Next time you handle a coin, think about the stories it carries. Script summary by section. Word count 50 state quarters. Program 400 obverse design 300 reverse design 500 state motto 600 e pluribus unum 400 issuance and mintage 300 historical context 800 collector insight 500 outro 200